I had some of the craziest neighbors when I was growing up. I grew up in the city and houses were really close together, so we got to know our neighbors pretty well. On one side of our house growing up, there was a lady one morning when I woke up to get ready for school that I heard her yelling and cussing. I look out the window and she's on a ladder swinging a broomstick at the branches of the tree in her yard so the helicopters could fall so she could sweep them up. On the other side, there was an older couple and they didn't really like anybody, and they oftentimes would cuss at us all the time. If our baseball went over into their yard, we pretty much kissed it goodbye. They built 3 different types of fences to keep us away. I'm afraid that in the society and the world that we're living in, even as Jesus people, we're starting to build more and more fences away from our neighbors. But yet, that's opposite of what Jesus said in Luke chapter 10. He tells us to love our neighbors. You can't love if you're divided and pushed away. The world is telling us all different kinds of ways where we should divide and push away everybody that's around us. And there's vaccines and there's masks and there's political views and there's education and everything else that we can come up with. But what does it really look like to love our neighbor, to love my neighbor? Because here's what I figured out now as an adult. The only picture that our neighbors get of Jesus is the ones that we give them. And so as individuals and churches, what is the picture of Jesus that we're giving to our neighbors? That's the question that we're going to answer this year at the 2022 Missouri Christian Convention. My name is Matt Steger, and I get the privilege of serving as the president of this year's convention. There's a lot of conventions out there for church leaders and the church itself, but there's not a lot for your family. And so this year at the convention, we're switching a few things up because we want to intentionally invest in your family. We don't want just one person from your family to be there. We want you all to be there. We've got incredible speakers from the main stage, some of my favorite voices in John Weiss and Mark Scott, Tim Harlow, Nokomis Perez, but we also have an incredible opportunity for your kids. We've partnered with our friends at Stuff You Can Use in the GROW curriculum, and they're providing a dynamic experience that your kids will not want to miss out on. We've got some other fun surprises in the schedule this year. We've added a senior leaders only pre-conference. So if you're a senior minister or a business executive, this is just for you. And we've got some great voices that want to pour into you and encourage you after the past couple years and all the craziness. At this year's convention, man, we want to honor many of the things that were the convention, but we also want to bring some exciting and new to the future of the convention. And we want your family to be a part of it with us. Consider this your official invite to join us this year for the 22 convention. March 10th is the pre-conference for senior leaders. March 11th and 12th is the main conference for your family. It all takes place at the Lodge of Four Seasons at Lake Ozark, right in the middle of the state, but it's not for just Missouri people. If you have friends or relatives from around that you would love to invite, we'd love for them to be there. All the information for the convention can be found at mcconvention.org. mcconvention.org, that's where you register, that's where you find out everything that's going on, even information that we're going to update in the next couple months. This year, one simple question sits out there for us to work through as individuals and as the church. How is it in today's world that we really love my neighbor? I hope that you will join us.